Can you believe it? 2 more episodes to go. Welcome back everyone to my channel. This is Asha Media TV. If you're new here, hello, welcome. This is my little channel where I like to watch, react, and review a variety of stuff related to sci-fi, fantasy, and comic books. So in today's video, I'm going to be pressing play on episode 14 of Superman and Lois, titled The Eradicator. But before I press play, I do need to cover some very basic stuff. So if you're new to my channel, please listen up and don't skip ahead. The first thing you should know, just in case you missed it in the title, this is a spoiler-filled reaction video. Spoilers ahead related to Superman and Lois up until this episode. Possible spoilers related to the DCEU, Man of Steel kind of thing, because sometimes there are aspects of this episode or of this series that reflect the movie, and I might kind of babble it out. So, spoilers ahead related to anything Superman. I think that's fair. Number 2, it is possible you've come across older videos on my channel where I was showing video-in-video type of reactions that most people are used to. Unfortunately, I don't provide those kinds of reactions anymore for very valid legal reasons. Instead, what I do offer is a watch-along type of experience, and if you want to know how that works with me, head on over to the description box below, click on the timestamp that says Overview of my watch-along style, and there you'll get a full explainer about 3 ways you can watch along easily with me using this YouTube video. But, of course, I'm very much aware that there are many of you who do not like that kind of watch-along style, so I do offer a stress-free way to watch me watch this episode with bonus content and extra perks you might be interested in. For details about that, check out the link in the description box below. And the third and last thing you should know is that I'm a normie. So up there on the screen is my normie disclaimer. So if you are a comic book fan, you are just well-versed about the comics related to Superman. I'm not. So that makes a difference in how I interpret what's going on in the actual scenes, considering the fact that apparently this particular series is very much based on a lot of the comic book run. So as long as you know that I'm a normie, please take it easy in the comments if I misinterpret or, get something wrong that's related specifically to the comics in relation to this episode. All right? Thank you so much. All right, everyone. So I'm now going to get ready to press play on episode 14. If you are going to watch along and you know how my watch along style works, skip ahead to the countdown to the start of my reaction. If you are not familiar and this is your first time trying to watch along with me, keep on watching because up next is my explainer as to the 3 ways that is best to watch along with me using your own resources and your devices, okay? Either way, I hope to see you somewhere in this video, but I'm going to press play, so peace out for now. Before I describe to you the 3 ways you can watch along this episode with me, let me just quickly describe to you what a watch-along video is. A watch-along type of video is where the viewer is responsible for having their own copy of the material that is to be watched. In turn, the host of the video, which is me, provides verbal or visual commands to play, pause, rewind, or stop the material. In a nutshell, for valid legal purposes, the host does not show in full the copyrighted material being watched. How to watch along with me as a YouTube viewer or subscriber. Since I get this question 99% of the time from viewers of my reaction to Supernatural, I'm going to use an episode of Supernatural as my example when describing these 3 ways to watch along with me. The first method I'm going to describe is if you're more interested in listening to me react to the episode. Step 1, get access to the TV episode on your TV, a computer desktop, laptop, or tablet. Step 2, using another mobile device, such as your smartphone, go to my YouTube channel, Asha Media TV. Then select the video corresponding to the episode you're going to watch with me. Step 3. Go to the description box area of the selected video. Click on the timestamp indicating countdown to the start of my reaction. And then take note of the starting timestamp I have indicated visually and vocally. Step 5. Go back to the episode on your TV, desktop, laptop, or tablet, and line up the episode at the same timestamp I've indicated in my video. Step 6. Press play on my YouTube video and count down along with me to start the episode at the same time as me. As you watch along with me, listen out for my verbal cue or look out for my visual cue when I'm pausing, rewinding, playing, or stopping the episode. Also, if needed, take advantage of the additional visual tools provided, such as the on-screen timer, to help you stay in sync with me should for whatever reason you get out of sync with me watching this episode. This second method is if you're more interested in watching my facial reaction to the episode, especially if you've seen the episode a gazillion times. Step 1. Get access to the episode on your laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Step 2. On your smart TV or desktop computer, go to YouTube and to my channel at Asha Media TV. Then, select the video corresponding to the episode you're going to watch along with me. Step 3. Go into the description box area of the selected video. Click on the timestamp indicating countdown to the start of my reaction. And take note of the starting timestamp I have indicated visually and vocally. Go back to the episode on your laptop, tablet, or smartphone and line up your episode at the same timestamp I've indicated in my video. Press play on my YouTube video and count down along with me to start the episode at the same time. As you watch along with me, listen for my verbal cue or look out for my visual cue when I'm pausing, rewinding, playing, or stopping the episode. And if for whatever reason you are out of sync with me, be sure to use the additional visual tools provided, such as the on-screen timer, to get back in sync with watching along with me. This final and third method is if you're equally interested in watching my facial reaction along with watching the episode. This is normally how I go about watching other YouTubers who provide watch-along styles. Step 1. On your desktop or laptop computer, open a whole new window and get access to the episode. In this case, I'm using Supernatural as my example, so we're going to access episode 6. Since I'm using episode 6 as my example, I've accessed it and paused it at the beginning of the episode. Next, you're going to open a brand new window, go to YouTube, go to Asha Media TV, go to Videos, and select the video that you're going to watch along with me. In this case, we're going to select episode 6 of the 3rd season of Supernatural as my example. Pause the video, scroll down, and go into the description box area. And where it says countdown to the start of my reaction, click on the timestamp. Listen to me until I've mentioned where I'm starting the episode at. So in this case here, I'm starting the episode at 1 minute and 4 seconds. So pause the video, go back to your first window, and line up at the time frame that I'm mentioning. So I've mentioned 1 minute and 4 seconds. And on my streaming service, that's where I've lined up. Obviously, it's going to depend on where you're accessing the episode. In my case, I access it from Amazon Prime Video. If you're accessing the episode from other sources, you'll have to use their tools to line up at the same place. Next, what you're going to do is go back to the second window and you're going to resize it to be as big as possible. Don't let it take up the entire screen. In fact, I do not recommend that you open up or expand my video itself. Otherwise, you won't be able to do the next step. So as you see here, I'm just going to line it up completely as big as possible in order to get a better view. Once you've resized window number 2 to your liking, you're going to go back to the first window where the episode is at. And then what you're going to do is size it to be small enough but visible enough so that it is side by side with my facial reaction. So something like this is ideal, so that you can watch the episode as well as listen to what I'm saying or reacting about it. Next, you're going to press play and count down with me and try to press play at the same time. So there I am. I'm ready to count down. And then you're going to press play as I'm pressing play. I'm going to pause my video. I'm going to go into the timestamp. And I'm going to look for one of my pauses. So as you can see here, I have one at 3:06:40. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to pause the video. Open back up my episode window, which is window number 1. And I'm going to pause at the same time that you see here on my video. So that was at 3:016. And here we can line up at the same place. There we go. So that's where I'm paused at. And so while I'm giving my commentary, you know exactly what I'm talking about or what I'm referring to. So let's check it out. Play. There I am ranting about something related to that episode. Okay. And then once I'm ready to press play, just listen out to when I'm doing my countdown, and then you continue to watch the episode along with me. So, there you have it. As long as you have access to a desktop computer or a laptop, you can watch along with me using multiple windows. So, hopefully my explainer on how to watch along with me is clear, and at least one of these methods are the best way for you to watch along with me this episode. If you're ready, let's go. Hello. Okay, so I'm right at the beginning, 0000. There likely will be a recap of what's happened in the previous episode. I don't skip that. I don't think it's a big deal for me, especially with this series. So just letting you know I won't be skipping that, okay? Ready to count down? Let's do this. We're going to start from 3, 2, 1, play. Those two are going to get all chummy, I'm assuming. That's a relationship, Kyle and that girl. Not Kyle. John and that girl. It's going to be pretty complicated. This is going to be so cool. Okay, so we're picking up right where we left off. Awesome. Wow. This is so well done. So they're all just going to be a lesion of consciousness within Morgan. That's what I'm understanding so far. Another adult somewhere. Yeah, like, what's the problem with that? I like that. You're making too much sense. Oh gosh, I wish my parents said that to me. Really? Mm. Hyperbolic equals mainstream media. He's got a point. But her points are valid too. You know. It's one of those. Clark checking it out. Oof. It's a harsh way to put it. I don't think Clark knows to the extent of rejection they've been going through. my gosh, that's hilarious. Such a simple child thing. I love that. Hmm. Well, we know that'll be temporary. I hope. Oh. Yeah, but you need some money, Lois. This be a great episode to win the lottery. Smallville lottery. Hmm. Wow, one newspaper article. Oh, I want ribs. Mentions of food is too much for me. Well, they didn't make it look like that in the last episode. Especially since you've been there your whole life. Mm-hmm. I don't have any small town experience. Like, is that a thing where it's a lot of drinking with the local kids? Partying? Like, since the beginning of the series, it's always been a pattern. Just wondering if it's a small town thing. I don't understand the question. Oh boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shit's hitting the fan. Better towards the end of the season, obviously. Thanks. He's likely gonna go and save her. Can you arrange a private meeting? Oh. It's one of those, you can't handle the truth, though. Fuck. You just told him to say all that shit anyway. It's like, is she not understanding? The truth can be very dangerous. So it's kind of like a Iron Man, Thor-ish situation. If I had to kind of parallel it. Yep. While these kids are just drinking away. Oh, boy. It's so weird. It's like a whole room full of underage drinking kids. Okay. I'm never going to mention it again. It's just whatever. Not the best messaging. Okay, so since we're changing our mind, do you mean run? Like, did the last episode not mean anything here? What is going on? If you've been watching my reactions, you know how I feel about the Sarah character. It's not positive. Oh. How did he do that? Okay. Yeah, like, hint, hint. Wow. They're lucky they didn't hit somebody while they're going through the window. Woo! Yeah, by someone who's just as dysfunctional. Ah, there's that connection. And one of her dad's a meta. Flash crossover. she was kind of still using him for info, though. Lots of mixed messages. Let me see your mall. Your mall strip. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Kent boys, get ready. How is he doing it, though? Man, it must be so weird for John and Jordan to be watching this on TV. Oh my goodness. I like that they're showing that perspective. Oh no! They're doing it in reverse! No! Oh my god, oh my god. Nope, he didn't. Woo! Very much Iron Man, Thor-ish. Chuckles. It's obviously going to lead into episode 15. I have to remember teenagers. They're teenagers. They're teenagers. Yeah, but that was them. Oh my gosh. I'm glad a character like Sarah was written in, but I'll tell you right now, In my personal opinion, she's the worst example of so many things. Whoa. Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. That will get Clark's attention for sure. What? Looks like Sarah might find out the truth in this episode. You know he can hear you, right? No. Because we've been dating for like 2 days, you know? Teenagers. Well, I did mention a few episodes ago, why wouldn't he not care about Jordan? I guess his half-breed status is okay now. Ah, okay. Shit. Is it because there's lead around that area? Or how is he not able to hear Jordan scream? Oh gosh, who is in Jordan now? It's gonna be cool to see this actor change up his persona. He put his dad? He put his dad in Jordan! Oh my gosh! That's very poetic. Awesome. Very, very cool. All right. We are done on that front. Wow. Okay. Takeaways coming up. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I hope so. I'm basically thinking that episode 15 is going to be epic. Yes. I am 100% convinced based on everything I've seen in this episode, especially in the last 5 minutes. Okay. So I've decided to change up the format of my review / takeaway portion of the video. I'm going to now follow the model I do for my reactions to The Expanse. If you are a subscriber and you watch my reactions to that show, then you know how I usually end off my my review portion of the video. And that's by basically sharing a minimum of 3 takeaways from the episode, and that's it. So what I was doing before was, talking about things I didn't like, going into things that confused me, and then ending off on a positive note with 3 things that I enjoyed. I've decided to scratch the first 2 components out because, number 1, I don't have the patience anymore to debate or defend my personal opinion about something so trivial in an episode of a TV series. I'm tired of that. So if you want to have an idea as to what I didn't like about the episode or what bothered me at certain instances, watch my reaction and you'll hear me make my comment about that. And if you want to reply to whatever I was saying at that moment in my reaction, feel free to do so. But I'm not going to waste my time trying to debate or argue with anyone. Just letting you know that, okay? So instead, let me just share with you a minimum of 3 positive things from this episode that I take away as memorable and as something to look back on if I were to rewatch this episode. Starting with number 1, and that is, of course, Jordan. Jordan now has the consciousness of Morgan Edge's father, and I cannot wait to see how this young actor, this young, very good actor, is going to portray a more mature personality in the next episode. I can only presume it's going to be temporary, but who knows? It's going to be fascinating to watch. So that's definitely something that is memorable, especially the way they went about it, having Morgan bring Jordan to an area that I think was laced with lead. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the same nuclear plant at the beginning of the episode, right? Where John was kind of taunting Superman at, and Superman couldn't see around there. I'm not sure. Clarify that in the comment section for me if you are certain about that. But the fact that Superman wasn't able to hear Jordan or see Jordan or sense where Jordan could be leads me to believe that it's in an environment that blocks Superman from using his powers to figure things out, right? Which leads into my second takeaway from this episode, which will make it very memorable, and that is the Eradicator himself. What I really loved that they did in this episode was that they took their time for me as a viewer to see the making of the Eradicator. It wasn't like a 2-second scene where, we just see a bunch of lights real quick and all of a sudden he's out there creating Kryptonians. They really gave us like a full 30 seconds to a minute of actual activity happening for us to really get it, that he is making the sacrifice of having his body being used as the vessel for all these Kryptonian consciousnesses to be able to live in and use his body to then project out other consciousness into other bodies or other host bodies to take up as Kryptonians. I really, really appreciated that attention to detail and the time they took to really hone that in. That's one of the best aspects of this series, in my personal opinion, is how they not only give you a visual impact, but they allow enough time for you to have an emotional impact as well. And the last thing that I really enjoyed in this episode is the budding relationship or budding friendship between John and John. So in this episode, we see Jonathan views John Henry Irons as somewhat of a mentor in learning not only about weapons that can hurt or harm or disarm Kryptonians, but also for him to learn a new skill set that he feels would be useful for him to help his family. Now, although Jonathan inadvertently pressed a very sensitive button for John, which is, related to his daughter Natalie, and he got a little bit upset and kind of pushed Jonathan away, I do believe that they are foreshadowing a very close mentor-mentee relationship to come that will be very useful, because as we saw there at the end when they were attacked in the car, Jonathan was able to point and shoot that Kryptonian gun based on whatever little skill he did learn from Mr. Irons. So I'm looking forward to seeing Jonathan's skills progress further, likely in season 2, under the tutelage of John Henry Irons. I think it's going to be pretty cool, and likely, let me know if I'm wrong, you comic book nerds. I love you comic book nerds. But likely Jonathan will become perhaps an actual character that's based on the comics. I'm not sure, because from everything I've read and watched so far, this is a new thing that they have twins in the mix. Apparently in the comics it's one kid, and this is like a TV thing to have the two kids, right? So I'm interested to see if they're going to turn Jonathan into a character based on the comics, and then, show their adaptation of that character on screen. So there you have it. That is my reaction and my takeaways from this episode of Superman and Lois. If you enjoyed this video, the best way that you can support this channel is by following those 2 friendly prompts you see there at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Thank you so much for watching, and until episode 15, the finale episode, I cannot wait. Until then, though, I am tuning out, peacing out, goodbye. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos and subscribe. You know you wanna.